Good morning, fantasy managers. Welcome to our live stream. Then it is free hit Saturday. Feels like it should be free hit Friday. That would have worked much better, I think. So my free hit side is on the table there. It is on screen. I've pressed the button. When did I press it? Earlier on in the week. Then we had news of the Chelsea possible double, and I started to waver a little bit, but then I was like, no, we've got to go for it. I've got 2 free hits left to kind of put things into perspective. So if I'm not using it in game week 33, then I can't use it in 36 and 37. There just is no other time. To be fair, the only other time I'd have used a free hit is in game week 30. And I did really well there without it. We sort of meticulously planned it so that I wouldn't need it in 30th, a wild card in 28, setting up to sort of mitigate those those blank game weeks in 30, blank game teams in game week 30, and we came out really well, did really well. So 33 definitely wildcard, free hitting. Then possibly looking at 37 the way it is at the moment. My normal side is set up, so I'm pretty well set with a couple of Chelsea players anyway, so hopefully they should be all right. Should I free hit in 36 or 37? It's a really good question. I've done a video on that. Temp Fury, welcome to the stream. And the answer for me was that most teams, my team is fairly template. I think my standard side without free hitting, I've got a couple of Arsenal players. I do have a couple of Chelsea players. I've got Liverpool. So I think my side's fairly template with 3 Tottenham. So actually it's pretty well set up for 36. So my preference at the moment is going to be 37. I absolutely, though, it is team dependent. If you ever want to send your team across, we'll have a look at it. Temp Fury, but I think at the moment, if your side is as template as mine, 37 looks like it could be nice. It would be, I think, lovely if Manchester City lost to Liverpool, and then they potentially have a double in 37. That would be great, but nothing's confirmed yet. I think that's all out of our hands. We just got to wait and see what happens. But for me, I'm 3 hitting 33. My side, again, like I said, template. I'll have a look at my normal side in a minute if you want, and it's just pretty well set up for 36. Some of you may be wildcarding in 34, of course. With a video coming out there on today to look at that. And then maybe you can set yourself up to cover either free hit in 36 or 37. Or if you haven't got any free hits, you could possibly, I've got options for all of them. You could possibly see your way through both of them. Just have to have a little bit of a balance, I think. So, some questions. I think someone, when I put this free hit side out on video earlier in the week, someone questioned whether Dubravka should be in goal. I do think Dubravka is a good option. I've simply gone for Schmeichel because I want Wood. I think he's nailed on 2 games, two good fixtures. I don't think his underlying stats are great. Don't get me wrong, they're just nothing that's going to blow us away. But there isn't many other options, I don't feel, up front. Kane is a possibility, and it scares me going without him. One thing I think I'm slightly to go against Kane is, he hasn't been scoring many goals, but you can get a lot of goal contributions. Just that I have him in my normal side. If I start putting in Kane and Son, and I suppose defending on this side, suddenly it just feels like I'm losing the essence of a free hit, which is to get as many double game week players as I can. So that, perhaps there's a bit biased because of my normal side there. But I've gone for Schmeichel and goal because he's the only nailed on Leicester defender or player I can get in that. I just don't trust any other Leicester players. And that's the reason why I've just and ahed about going for Barnes, going for Maddison. Maddison's in my normal side. He's played a lot of games consecutively now. He played 5 or 6. I have to have a look, including a PSV game. I don't trust he's going to play both games. I just don't trust he's going to play both games. And the same for that Leicester defence. I know a lot of rotation. Thomas and Justin could definitely, one of those could either play both games. But I quite like those Newcastle defenders. Definitely think there's one clean sheet in there for them. Tellez, absolutely. I hope he gets the clean sheet against Norwich, and anything against Liverpool's an absolute bonus. And Cancelo, I think there's a clean sheet there, but he is in there just to kind of protect myself. Should, I don't want to sort of lose ground during a free hit, and they're definitely there to protect me a little bit. Saka's the one then. I was going to go Barnes. It's either Barnes, Maddison, Ward-Prowse, and in the end, I've just gone for the security of knowing he's going to play Saka. He's going to play both games. Southampton, don't mind targeting them at the moment. Conceding a lot of games. There is a little bit of a worry about, does he go and play more defensively, because they're obviously playing Xhaka at fullback. There is a worry, does he go back to playing Saka at fullback? I don't think there is. I think when we listened to the press conference yesterday, Arteta seemed to be quite happy, or suggested quite happy with Saka playing there, Xhaka playing there, Xhaka. So I'm happy with Saka. I just think he's what a good player. Arsenal need to win. Southampton possibly there for the taking, or will we get a reaction from him? Don't know. Fernandes is my captain. I think he's just absolutely nailed on. If I knew for 100% sure Ronaldo's playing both games, I do think he possibly would edge it. But I think, look, I've just got the security there of Fernandes. I'm not wildly excited by him, my captain. My hopes are a little bit. But if he gets something against Norwich, again, I'm quite happy. I think I'd be more happy if he gets something against Norwich and Salah doesn't do anything against Man United. That's the risk, isn't it? Cornet's a player that just not many people have talked about, and I just feel Burnley's fixtures look really good. There's a little bit. Should I be worried about Saunders going? I don't think that will affect the motivation that Burnley have. But Cornet, I don't think there's no change in backroom stuff. I don't feel that his place should be any more in jeopardy. I do feel that his minutes, he doesn't tend to get a lot of 90 minutes. But those fixtures are pretty decent. Away at West Ham, anything bonus there. I do expect them to score against Southampton, and then invariably Cornet's in there or thereabouts. So Cornet just looks like an absolute no-brainer. He's one of my essentials. Well, I haven't seen him in many free hit sides, but I just think he's a good player. And he's just currently, when he deals in goals involvement, he's just scoring goals. So for me, I just think Cornet's absolutely got to be in there. Son is another one I'm in and ahhing. I've got him in my normal side again, and I'm just scared. He's in there because I just feel I need a bit of protection. Son goes and scores another double-digit haul. That kind of wrecks my free hit week, if I'm honest. And it just means that all that hard work and planning goes down the pan. So Son, yeah, he's there to protect me. I think he's definitely got to be there. He could definitely get double-digit haul against Brighton as well. I'm going to be watching that. I'll be happy when that Tottenham game's over. I don't even know whether I want Son to get a big score or not, because everyone else seems to have him, and if he does score a couple of goals, and then obviously Kane's involved and I haven't got him in, so wouldn't be the end of the world if we get that Tottenham fixture out of the way. If they can see, that'd be good, and Kane doesn't do anything, I'll be happy. Other than that, I've got Wood up front. I'm happy with Wood. He looks like he's on pens. That probably tips the balance with him and St. Maximin, and then also I've got Ronaldo. I just think, there was a worry about the fallout, I think, on the terms of the mobile phone incident. But I don't think with Cavani out, I don't think Rashford in not very good form either. I just think that he has to play both games. They've got nothing else to play with either. So it's either league or nothing. They've got to go for it. I think, Ronaldo definitely gets into that side. And on the bench, I mean, how many minutes we got till deadline? We've got 60 minutes till deadline. I'm an Uminara on the bench as well. Pope, just in case Schmeichel doesn't play 2 games, but I can't really see that happening. Though, obviously, would you think the worst, don't you? Schmeichel, does he get rested for one of those games? I just hope not. But they've got nothing else to play for. Now I'm starting to second guess myself. I'm thinking too much into this. So Pope's just there just in case the worst thing is Schmeichel doesn't play the game. Iheanacho, he's had his minutes managed. Does he get 2 games? I'm not sure he does. I mean, hopefully none of these players won't play at all. The only one I suppose I have a slight concern about not playing minutes is Cancelo. He could pick up an injury or something like that in the FA Cup semi-final against Liverpool. He is due a rest, but he just seems to continually play every single game. So he's the only one. So then do I go for a Manchester City defender to cover him just to get sure I've got that coverage over the Man City, or do I just stay on Iheanacho? He's got decent fixtures. I can't get any more Man United players in for that Norwich game. I can't get any more Newcastle, and there's no one else I trust in that Leicester team. I could go with Justin or Thomas. That's potentially what I could do. Got Collins obviously there as number 2 and Pueo as number 3, but I don't think he's ever going to get to that. So anyone I can see not playing at least one fixture would be Cancelo if something happens. But I don't. I expect him fully to play. But you know what? I've got the money in the bank. This side isn't all that expensive, so it could be a case of just, I could put KDB on there, but I think he's a doubt for the semi-final. So how much of that game against Brentford, if he's still possibly a doubt or he's got a niggle, would they risk him against Brentford? And the last thing I want is him bringing him on as well with 10 minutes to go just to get a point in a double game week. So, you know, I could still change. I've got time. I might still look at Inacho and bring on. I was tempted to bring on someone like a Zinchenko. But we'll see. We'll see about that. I could go Trent as well. That's the other option as well. So for those of you, that's my free hit sidecards. For those of you interested in the wildcard, yep, we'll bring one out later on today. We've already put it together. It looks really good as well. I have to say, I'm slightly jealous. Obviously, wildcard was so long ago that the side, I'm happy with my side at the moment, but I think, you know, as you'd expect, the wildcard, it's just got far more information with that Chelsea potential double coming up as well in game week 34 or possibly 35. That could be huge. That'd be nice. But I've got 2 Chelsea players anyway, so I'm fairly happy. But if you wildcarding with very few Chelsea players in, then wow, that you could really take advantage of that. You know, Havertz or a Mount in form could really go, and they obviously don't have the Champions League to distract them either. So overall rank, just over 100k, but obviously I'm hoping to push into that top 100k in with the free hit. Obviously still have a free hit to play at the moment. As Tabitha mentioned, I'm possibly going to go for a free hit in 37, I think. The side just feels like it's covered a lot, and I've still got a couple of weeks to make transfers in order to bring in players in the meantime. So I'll be looking to definitely bring in possibly another Chelsea player if they are going to double up in 34. Just be which Chelsea player plays both games. That's the only concern. Would it be a Havertz? You know, do you start looking at a punt on the car? It'd be interesting to see what happens with him. I just don't see him playing both games. Possibly a Mount if you've already doubled up on that Chelsea defence. Ronaldo captain. Yeah, I think that's a good shout. Yeah, if I knew he was playing, if I knew he was going to play 180 minutes, I would absolutely put him on captaincy. I think he's on pens. It's not much in it, but I think Bruno, just knowing that he's going to play both games, he's just got a far better chance of playing both games. I would go Bruno. But if you were to go Ronaldo, if you thought he was going to play 180 minutes, I think, yeah, you go for it. For me, I'm just going to go Fernandes because I've just got that security of knowing, and you just hope he does all damage. But you can absolutely see Ronaldo going berserk against Norwich. I mean, I get it that people are worried about Man United. I've had a few comments saying it's a trap, this Norwich game. We'll wait and see. I don't see it, if I'm honest. I just think that, if United score less than 2, I'll be surprised against Norwich. I don't think they've suddenly become a great side. I don't think Man United are suddenly a bad side. They're still top 6 side, even though they're a huge club and you expect better from them. Still don't become a bad side. So Ronaldo captain, yep, absolutely. It's a toss-off coin, really. But if you think 180 minutes for Ronaldo in the last next 2 games, yep, go for him. For me, I'm just not sure, so I'm going to take a little bit of a safer punt and go on Fernandes. And the other thing is, where Fernandes just gets more points because he's in midfield, a clean sheet bonus doubled up. Those little things just tip the balance for me. And if Ronaldo doesn't play that second fixture, then Fernandes is on penalties as well. So all those little things added together, I just think weighs it just slightly in advantage for Fernandes. Be interested to see if anyone's going for any different captaincy options. I've seen some people go on Son captaincy. That just wasn't a consideration. When you've got a player playing Norwich, I think Norwich at home is a better fixture than Brighton at home, and they've got another game on top of that. I get it that Son is the informed player at the moment, but one fixture over 2, I'm just not buying it. I don't think Brighton are that bad a defence either. Historically, they've just been so good in terms of conceding goals. They're XGI kings, aren't they? Or XGA kings. The figure's always been really low. So for me, Son, he's there as contingency. I think if someone's really lowly owned, I don't think I would bring him inside. I think I would go for a double game week player such as Barnes or someone like that, or Madison if he's going to play both games. So Son is just there to protect me, but I'm not concerned. I'm not considering him captain, but does he worry me? Yeah, he does. But yeah, Fernandes for me has got the captaincy nod. And I shall be watching the Manchester United game this afternoon, I think, with fingers crossed, hoping they can do something like Chelsea did to Norwich earlier on the season. So there you go, guys. Let me know what you think of the side. I mean, it was toss-up. I did think the other changes could make... I've got the money, so I could go somewhere. I could upgrade one of those Newcastle defence will change around. Dan Burn was another one perhaps, but I think Shaw's just as now. Target obviously offers a little bit more attacking threat than the others. But those two just seemed the obvious choice. I could have gone to Bravgett. I mean, I could swap it around. I could go to Bravgett and go Justin or Thomas. Again, just worried, constantly worried about that Leicester. And in the end, even though Leicester's got good thoughts, good fixtures. Thoughts on captain Kane or Maddison? Again, I don't think there's anything wrong with Kane. It's just one fixture against Brighton. I'm not convinced Brighton are going to be that bad. That's my problem. I think Brighton are a good side. They've not had the most impressive results lately, but it depends on your other options, I guess. Maddison, I worry about his minutes. If you think Maddison's going to play 2 games, I think he's a good captaincy options. Absolutely, they're both away from home. I have Maddison in my normal side, and I just avoided Leicester players because I just don't like the fact that I don't know they're going to play the minutes. So for me, Maddison, he's not even in my side because I don't think he'll play both games. And I know a lot of people are going down the route of, if he plays one in the game, 1.5, that's okay. I'm not. If I'm free hitting, I want to know both. I want to take advantage of both games. Both away from home. Leicester are a little bit leaky. There's clean sheet gone. But yeah, I don't think it's a bad call, Maddison. I would go Maddison over Kane, personally. And if you haven't got any Man United players, then that looks like a good chat. But if you've got Son, would you captain Kane over Son? I think, for me, I'd go Maddison. But Kane, you know what? We know what he can do. He could be really good. I just think Brighton are a decent side. But they do have 2 difficult games. You wonder again with a rotation, and Kane's been brilliant. I mean, he was just even against the flick on header for Son's goal the other day. Wow, that was just incredible. So I don't mind either of those moves. I'd rather go double game week player, if I'm honest. That would be my thoughts. So Cornet makes up the rest of that midfield. Saka as well. So I've gone instead of Maddison, I just went Saka. Just for them nailed on minutes. And then Cornet, I think his fixtures look good. He's such a creative player. He could play up front. It'd be interesting to see whether there's any different sort of tactics or changing around with Cornet in terms of new management. But I think because he's part of the club and no one's come externally, I don't think that's going to change in terms of his role and what he does. So I'm happy with Cornet. Cornet's probably the one player in this side that could really move me up the rank. If he gets any sort of contributions or goal even, then I think he could really help me. So there you go, guys. Obviously it goes back to my free hit. We'll bring out wildcard later on today. In fact, we're going to have an early one. Let me know if you're interested in any wildcard thoughts. Any of you are wildcarding, in which case we'll tweak it, have a look at it. News about that Chelsea double will be crucial, those FA Cup semi-finals, as to what sort of side we put out. Chelsea go through, and obviously they're going to be doubling very soon, either 34, 34, 35. If they go out, then perhaps you can get away with just not perhaps having any more Chelsea players yet. And it may also impact on their sort of semi-final. Oh no, sorry, they're out of the Champions League, so that won't impact on that at all. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on what you are doing for the rest of the team, rest of the season, chip strategy, 36, 37, how you set up, guys. But yeah, we've only got a couple of minutes till the end of the deadline. I think this is not going to. I did think thoughts about changing the benches, but you know what? If Cancelo doesn't play and Nacho coming in, I'm not unhappy with that. I think I could live with that. Just no other Man City player I think is absolutely guaranteed nailed in that side. Possibly Laporte, but he doesn't offer the same sort of attacking threat that maybe Cancelo does. So yeah, guys, so a couple of minutes till the deadline. So I think I am going to leave it there. Thanks if you join me. Thanks for everyone who's given me any support during the season. It's been a real sort of pleasure and a privilege doing these videos. Really enjoyed it and love some of the comments that you've given us. Really do appreciate it. So thank you for everything, guys. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Good luck. Let me know in the comments below how you get on. What are you doing? What's your chip strategy? In the meantime, guys, take care, best of luck, and I shall speak to you soon.